Hello guys. As you noticed, this isn't a Q&A like I was supposed to do, but you know what? Instead, I'm filming a video and it's not going to be as much fun because you guys aren't going to be here to ask additional questions and stuff, but I'm sure that eventually in the future, maybe when we hit 2,000, then maybe I will be able to actually do a live stream by then because my YouTube hasn't caught up with the fact that I actually do have 1,000 subscribers and should be able to live stream, but it says that I have, like, I'm not eligible, which, like, is not true. But we'll figure that out eventually. But for now, I figured I've been holding it off long enough. It's been a really long week. Someone that I've known since I was like 5, his mom passed away, so I had to go to her funeral. And literally the day after I found out about his mom, my dentist, who was my mom's cousin, who I've known since I was 8, also died kind of unexpectedly. Like, he was sick, but like he had been feeling much better recently, so it was kind of a shock. And then I got a severe allergic reaction to I don't know what, and I was in the ER on Thursday, and I've been having to take medicine and going to the funerals and the wakes, and it's just been a really crazy week, and I needed to chill and not have another thing to worry about, so I pushed this video back a little far, and I'm sorry. And I'm sorry once again that it's not a live stream. I really wanted it to be. I really wanted to talk to you guys, but we're gonna have to wait for future purposes. And first of all, I want to wish, and I'm so sorry, I will probably say this wrong. I'm so sorry. I want to wish Adarshani, I think that's your name. I'm really sorry if it's not, and I'm pretty sure I'm saying it wrong, but happy birthday. I'm so sorry. Happy birthday. And BFF journalists also asked me to sing happy birthday for them, but I'm not feeling preppy and spunky today. I just ate way too much food and my body hurts a lot and my medicine's not helping. But happy birthday, you guys. I'm so sorry that this isn't live, and I'm so sorry if I said your name wrong. But yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised with the amount of questions I got, because at first I wasn't really getting any questions, like I had 2. And then I was looking at the post for when I was like, oh, like on my community post, I was like, oh, I won't be doing this time. I was just letting you guys know that I had to push it back. And then someone asked like 6 questions, which is good. That's fine. I was just shocked that someone actually cared. So let's get on to the Q&A part, because I'm being really awkward right now, but it's because this is supposed to be live and it's not, but I figured if I just didn't edit anything out, then it's pretty much the same thing, because yeah. So let's get started with the actual questions. Okay, the first one is from Lizzie Lay Wolfie, and it's, how do you learn to play an instrument? As you guys know, I have been using my ukulele a lot in my recent videos, but I actually used to do everything completely a cappella, and I can still do things a cappella. Like, that's how I originally performed. I just figured, I only started using the ukulele because I felt like maybe people were getting bored and I didn't really like soundtracks. Like, it's not really my style. I like to do it my own way, so I like to really do it by myself. But basically, how I learned to play the ukulele, and that's the only instrument I know how to play. Like, I tried to dabble in a few when I was younger, but I never really caught on to any of them. How I learned how to play was, there's tons of websites and videos and stuff where you just look up your favorite song, ask for the ukulele chords, and most of the time, the website will have like a diagram of the ukulele and like dots where you put your fingers on the string, and then you just strum it that way. And it could take a little bit to like get the hang of like the transitions between the chords, but once you get the hang of it, playing the ukulele is like really easy. It's so easy. And my ukulele is like all scuffed and stuff, but it's because I've used it so much in the past year, and that's really when I started to get into it, because I got my ukulele when I was 9, and I hadn't used it. I hadn't learned how to play it. I hadn't done any of that. And yeah. So basically, just like, you could always, like, depending on what instrument, you could always, like, get a teacher to, like, teach you how to play the instrument, get lessons. Or you can just learn online and through pictures and through looking up what the chords are. But it's really just about practice. You just need to practice. It's like your voice. Your voice is also an instrument, and you need to practice it, and you need to get trained. I don't really get trained. I should. My sister's literally a vocal teacher. She went to college for music. But because we're sisters, we always bump heads a little bit when she's trying to teach me because, well, we're sisters. But yeah, so you need to practice. That's the first question. Glad that took 3 minutes. The next question is from Salty Muffin, and it's how long have you been a singer for? Now, there's tons of people that have asked different variations of this question that is basically the same thing, like how long have you been a singer for, and like what got you started in singing is like the two main questions I got. And of course I would get those questions. I'm a singing channel, of course y'all are curious. Ever since I could remember, my family and I have always been very involved with music. My sisters were in, I have 2 sisters. One of them you've seen. The other one I don't think you've seen. But they were always in a music program. My middle sister, I'm the youngest out of 3 girls. My oldest sister, Allison, is the one that is a vocal teacher, and my middle sister goes to NYU for screenwriting, and she did the Valentine's Day duet video with me either last year or 2 years ago. But I think it was last year. I'm not sure. I've been on this channel for a while. It's been 2 years now. But so my sisters were always involved with music and stuff. And I remember the first like song I remember actually really learning how to sing that really got me into it was Jar of Hearts by Christina Perri. That's why I've always loved Christina Perri. I went through a phase of only singing her songs on my channel, which you'll probably see if you look back on my channel. But so my sister Samantha was learning how to play it on the piano for a performance, because that was before she would like sing, because she'd never really sang with that program. She just played piano and stuff. So she was like, Melissa, can you sing this song with me? Because I need like a voice to help me sing it. At least this is the way I remember it. I haven't gone over this story with her in a very long time, so it could have been different. I could have forced my way in. I could have made her play it. Like, I don't know. All I remember is we were singing this song. And my mom like got a bunch of videos of me and stuff, and that was like really like the first time I remember actually singing something. And I was being silly. I was like 7 or something. So I was being silly and just like having fun with the song. And of course I was 7, so like I didn't understand what heartbreak was, so like yeah. I still don't really now. Not the dating kind of heartbreak. Like I've gone through other stuff that has been very sad, but I keep myself separated from boys for now. I'm just figuring out who I am first. And if you've met me, you know I'm not good with talking to the opposite sex, so yeah. But anyway, I've been a singer since I was born, probably, and I've always sung just because I really loved it, and it just like has a good special place in my heart, you know. It gets me through stuff, and it makes you feel something, and it has an impact on people, and I love it. So I've always done it, and I will probably continue to do it well into the future. And I hope that my kids someday will feel the same way about it. Okay, now for Diana Collis? Collis? I'm bad with names. I'm sorry if that was wrong. But this is the one with lots and lots of questions, which I appreciate. Thank you for filling up my Q&A, because not a lot of questions were asked. What makes you happy when you're down? Like I said, music, playing the ukulele, dressing up. I really like dressing up most of the time. Or sometimes when I'm sad, I just want to be sad for a little bit. I want to lounge around. I want to listen to sad songs, have a good cry, have a sad shower, and then I'm fine. Sometimes I just need the time to like wallow for like absolutely no reason. Sometimes I'm sad for absolutely no reason, and I'm just like, I'm sad today, and then I take my time to be sad, and then I'm fine. Most of the time, sadness just shifts to anger for me. I'm very feisty when you actually meet me in person, but yeah. Another thing I really love doing is studying Japanese. I've always been really into the Japanese culture. I'm actually going on a trip to Japan at the end of the year. I'm so excited for. But just doing things that I love. Ukulele, singing, hanging out with friends. Oh my god. I can't tell you how many times I sleep over at one of my friends' houses and we stay up to like 1 in the morning talking about boys that we never even talked to. Being sad about boys that didn't know we exist because we never gave them the opportunity to know that we exist. It's happened so many times just because we like being sad about them without the actual worry of trying to get to know them and then actually being rejected. So, like, it's fine. Just, I do the things that I like to do normally, and eventually I move on. To be honest, I usually just move on from the topic. Sometimes if something really sad happens, like when my dad passed away, he left my sisters and I each like different journals that he was like writing to us. So I just continued from where he left off. So whenever something happens, or maybe if I'm just like thinking about him a lot that day, it's almost like a diary, but it's like not really a diary because to me, I'm treating them as letters that I'm writing to my dad because he's not here for me to tell him things. So, like, I'm almost writing a letter telling him something that's happened or just random things in my day. I don't even have to be sad about it, but most of the time I like, probably am sad about something or, like, I miss him or something. So I'll, like, write a letter to him talking about my day or what's happened. I recently told him about all the things that happened this week. So, yeah. It just makes me feel closer to him, makes me feel like he's still here, which of course he is. In my heart, he's still here. But it just stinks sometimes when the person you love so much is not physically there with you. It stinks, but what can you do? So I guess it makes me happy being able to write to him. Okay, Diana's second question is clubs and things you do outside of school. Outside of school, during the summer, I usually do these plays at like a local theater house. Like I usually like act in them. I haven't been super into them recently because of some personal issues, but those used to be really fun. And I don't know. Things I do outside of school. I hang out with like certain groups of friends a lot. I love all of my friends. It's just most of my friends are a lot like me where like we're afraid to like ask the other person to hang out for fear that they'll be busy or they're not going to do what you want to do. Like I do that a lot and I usually wait for people to just invite me. And I have like a specific group of people that will always invite me to music related things. Like we'll go to a friend's concert or a house show or maybe we'll just like go bowling. I went bowling last night with my friends and we'll go bowling, we'll see a movie, we'll go to their house and watch a movie, eat tons of food, just talk and talk and talk. Like, I'm friends with my friend's mother because she is such a good listener and she gives really good advice. But usually I just like, I spend my time with people that make me happy. And I think that's really important. It's good to surround yourself with people that like make you feel good. That's what I do. I spend my time with people that make me feel good about myself, and if you're someone that's been blowing me off for a few months and suddenly want to hang out, then I'm sorry. I'm busy that day. Because it's happened before too, where someone will blow me off for several months, and then it's all, oh, I miss you, let's hang out. And I'm like, oh, actually, I'm pretty filled up. But high school's fun. The next thing is biggest pet peeve. My biggest pet peeve is when someone is apologizing profusely for absolutely no reason. I know myself very well. I get very irritated very easily. I can get mad over the stupidest things that absolutely don't matter, and I'll probably be over it in like an hour. But the thing that will make me mad at you for like months is if you don't give me my space. If you don't like let me digest why I'm angry and then let it out in some capacity. Like, if I'm mad at you, leave me alone. Completely ignore me, and I will be fine in a few days. And I understand if like people don't think that's fair. Like, one of my old friendships ended because of this problem we had where she would always apologize and I didn't want an apology. Because I understand that like most of the time I'm equally as at fault for like holding so many grudges. It's just, if something happens over and over again and I'm getting mad over and over again about something that this person's doing, then the chances are I'm just going to be mad at you again the next time you do it, and the next time you do it, and the next time you do it. And at some point, you have to stop apologizing to me and you need to let me get over it, or we just can't be friends anymore, which is what's happened before in the past. But that's my biggest pet peeve, when people apologize when they don't have to. Like, I don't know. I'd rather be angry and then let it go. Like, even if someone has done something, like, really mean to me, I still don't want them to apologize. It makes me uncomfortable to be reminded that they did something bad to me. Like, people in my elementary school, like, didn't really like me because I'm very much the same. I have absolutely no filter. I let everything out, and I was like 8 back then, and 8-year-olds don't like that. But I'm currently friends with some girls that like I didn't really like get along with really well back then, and one of them apologized to me last year, and I was like, don't do that. Like, it's fine. I got over it. Like, we're friends now, it's fine. And so yeah, I don't like being apologized to. It's really weird. Yeah. What got you into singing? I already went over that. Whoops. Who is and are your idols? Like I said, I've loved Christina Perri since I was like little. And then, who do I like look up to? Do I look up to anyone? There's a lot of like singers that I like absolutely love and adore. But like, do I actually like have an idol? I don't think I do. Maybe my dad. I'm a lot like my dad, so like I think I aspire to like be as witty and sarcastic as him for the rest of my life, but we've already reached that point. I'm so sorry you just had to witness that. I don't really have an idol. Like I have celebrities that I like, really love and like listen to a lot, like music-wise, but like I don't really have someone where I'm like, oh, that's who I aspire to be. Like, that's my person, you know? Like, I don't have that. I don't. I don't have that. Maybe I will in the future. I could probably get back to you on that later on once I actually have one. Or maybe I just won't have one, but it's fine. The last question from Diana is, what are your goals for this year and decade? Which this question I wasn't expecting, because I didn't know that people were interested in that. This year, I'm hoping to pass geometry and not have a mental breakdown. I'm hoping not to get in any more drama with people, because people from my life last year were kind of dramatic and, like, caused things in my life. And caused me to be a person I didn't like towards them, and I'm still, like, I still don't like who I am when they're around me, and that's just the way it is. I'm just hoping that they stay away, because that's just the best option for both of us, I think, because they won't like what I have to say, and I won't feel good about saying it out loud. My goal for the decade is to, I don't know, like, hope that all my goals come true. Because there's certain things I have interest in. Like, I have a really strong interest and idea for what I want to do as a career, but I know it's going to be hard and it's going to take a lot of work. So I'm really hoping that works out. And I also hope that I get more chances to go to Japan, because I have my trip at the end of the year. And then I did ask my mom if she would ever consider letting me go on this other program that's 4 weeks long instead of just 10 days, like my trip at the end of the year. It's a 4-week long, like, language thing, and I'd be able to stay with a host family and, like, go to classes to learn the language with, like, an actual language teacher, because I use books and I teach myself. But, yeah, I'm just hoping to spend more time there. And a small part of me kind of, like, maybe wants to spend, like, a year or something there when I'm, like, older. But my mom, like, doesn't even want my sister to go to LA, so we'll see. Maybe one day she'll open up to that. But yeah. So that's it for the questions, but I have one more special treat. We just gotta really angle the camera for this one. So my sister's boyfriend, Dan, has made a special request that I cover one of his songs. And I know I said that I wasn't going to do much singing, but I want to give you guys a proper review of my ukulele. Now, I have no idea what kind of ukulele it is, because I got it when I was 9. But I know that you guys have had questions about her, my beloved tie-dye ukulele that I use every time. And maybe one day I'll get a new one and I can do another one, but let me just review my ukulele.